Hey folks, Rich here at RCINFORMER.com. Today I have the FMS P-38 Lightning and a real short video on how to repair a gear door. I thought I'd make up this video because we had one break already that I fixed, and I'm getting ready to repair another one. And this is mostly from a bad landing or just tall grass if you're flying off of grass, and just one of the pins basically breaks off. And if you take a look at the airplane right here, you can see this is pretty typically how the hinge mechanism works. Right down in here, there's one pin that this little hole goes into, and then there's another pin, and of course I had some foam break here, and I'll glue that back on after. And there's supposed to be a pin right here, but the pin broke off, and that's what the problem is this no longer hinges because the pin is gone. And what I'm going to show you here today is how to get another pin on there, so you don't have to buy a whole replacement liner. What you need to do it really, starting off with, is really just a length of 440 rod that I already cut off, and I rounded the tips with a Dremel tool, and I sanded it with some heavy 80 grit sandpaper just to make the CA stick to it much better. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a Dremel tool. I'm going to cut a notch right along here parallel to where this pin should go, and then we're going to go ahead and sort of tuck the pin back up in there so it lines up with where the old pin is. And what we'll end up with is just a little bit of pin sticking out there, and then we can go ahead and put our gear door back on. Anyway, let me show you how this is done exactly. Okay guys, now taking a Dremel tool, like I said, we're just going to cut along here. Now sometimes you have foam broken and sometimes you don't. In this case, the broken foam actually is working to my advantage here because I can get in here a little bit easier. But one of the main gears I fixed before didn't have that problem, and it was still pretty easy to get in there. But anyway, here's how you're going to make the cut. Alright, now as you cut that, guys, a lot of this plastic melts and kind of goops up at the end, and you can just take a X-Acto knife or hobby knife, whatever you have, and just sort of clear that away, trim it up and get it all off of there. And now you'll have a notch where you can go ahead and put your pin in place. Now with your notch cut, you can take your pin, your 440 rod, and you can just sort of push it into place there. If you need to take something else, or the end of a screwdriver or anything, just push it into place, and you can see it sort of just pops in there if you get it in there right. And now it's pretty much ready to be CA'd in position. And what we're going to do is put some thin CA on it and let it flow in there, and then we're going to put some thick CA and let it on it, and then sort of use the accelerator to lock it into place. Now when we apply the thin CA, as you can see here, we're just going to put a few drops on here. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just sort of flows back there and follows the pin. So you just want to get that in there so it will soak on in there. Now if you hold the airplane on its side with the trench of this thing pointing up, you can put a little thick CA on there if needed. And then just put some accelerator over it, and you can see that it's a pretty strong bond. It's in there nice and tight now, and we can now fix up or just re-glue this foam back into position, and then apply our door. Now with the foam glued back into position, we can take our door, put it on the aft pin first, and then we'll go ahead and push this onto the front pin. The foam is flexible so we can get past it, and you can see it pops right on there, and now we have a good working door, good working hinge again. So we'll wire everything up and connect the push rod, and we'll give it a test. With the nose gear door linkage reconnected to the servo, let's check it out. Alright, that works perfectly. Alright guys, that concludes this video on repairing a gear door on the FMS P-38 Lightning. I hope this helps out. I think it may be a common repair out there that people are having issues with those pins breaking. Like I said, we already had a pin on the main gear door break as well, and we fixed it the same way. This repair will work on any of the pins, the front, the rear pins for the nose and the main gear. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video, found it informative. Please check out RC Informer on YouTube and subscribe. Check out RCINFORMER.com. Also check us out on Facebook as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.